My favorite games are going to be, the obvious ones. I think if we're looking at from start to finish, it can't go wrong on Monday night at Soldier Field to kick things off. We might have to look at tickets.
Oh, yeah.
We might have to see what's to that.
That's going to be a banger.
Especially in September, it's probably going to be nice.
Beautiful weather, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like the Dallas game, too. We got to get right back with Washington. That's a no-brainer.
Dude, that's a must-have. After they had a open mouth, just like jaws open.
Literally, you see,
after we lost that game,
both teams are neck and neck in terms of potential, in terms of everything you can think of. Rookie quarterbacks.
Yes, that's going to be a battle every time they face.
Literally, Washington skyrockets, becomes one of the hottest teams in the NFL, gets to the NFC Championship. Yeah. We go the completely opposite direction.
Lose every game after.
Multiple head coaches fired. So you talk about a momentum swing.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen anything like that?
I don't know.
This is going to transform the season. This
and
one
it's
game out of 17.
Every game the Bears lost after that game was just as bad, too. It's just...
Oh, yeah.
It got worse and worse.
It was terrible.
They never recovered from that game. So every time Daniels and Caleb see each other, it's going to be a good game.
A game that's interesting is that Cincinnati game. I'd love to see a duel.
Cincinnati's defense is not good either. So
right. I want to see us put up some numbers with the best passing teams.
I think Lamar, the game before, too, is going to be a tough game. I think the Bears versus the Ravens, Lamar always does really well against the NFC team, so I think we'll lose that game. But I think that's going to be another interesting game. The game I really want to see, too, it's on Black Friday against the Eagles.
Yep.
That's going to be a good game.
That's what I got earmarked, too. I definitely want to see how we rank against
the best of the
Super
best.
Bowl champs.
Mm-hmm. What grade would you give this schedule? I mean, it's a gauntlet. I'd say this is...
NFL's the NFL, bro. Any given Sunday, you could lose to a team that...
Like the Raiders.
Got 3 wins, or you could beat a team that ends up winning the Super Bowl. So I don't look at the schedule like most motherfuckers do, because it's a fucking grind. You think about 18 weeks.
Yeah.
For example,
teams get hurt.
You might play Baltimore. Lamar might be out that game.
Mm-hmm.
You might play Dallas, and they're rough getting out the start. Or the Vikings are going to be a totally different team week 1 than they are week 11. So
yeah, that's true. You never know, really. Cooper Rush, we could see him. But yeah, I think this schedule, it's tough. It's the second or third hardest in the NFL. So it's not going to be easy. But, like you just said, sometimes the schedule looks hard and it ends up being easy. Other times it looks easy and it's hard. Like last year, I saw 13 wins. I thought we was going to go 13-4 and shit.
Yeah.
So you never really know. But let's go week by week. Let's break it down. Monday Night Football, Minnesota. W or L?
I would say a W just because it'll be a first start for what's his name? JJ McCarthy coming home. He's from the Chicagoland area, so I would like things to be a little bit much for him on a bright stage like that.
I want us to get after him too.
Especially against a quality secondary. Jalen Johnson have an interception.
Okay. And I think Brian Flores, Ben Johnson usually has his number. He be cooking his ass. He wins that matchup more often than not. Especially the last time those two faced, it was blowouts. Detroit was putting it on him. So I think this is a good game for Ben Johnson. This is probably an opening. I think this offense, I don't think we'll put 40 points up, but I think the offense looks better than we've seen them before last season. Mm-hmm. So I think the Bears get the dub in that one. Minnesota also doesn't do well on primetime games, Monday Night Football, so give me the Bears in that one. 1-0. Detroit. Ben Johnson homecoming game, week 2.
Man, that's a tough one.
Yeah, it's a really tough one. I do think at the very worst, we tie up the series with Detroit.
Yeah, I agree.
So either one of these, I think this is probably the game we lose at Detroit, and we beat them week 18. when they come to Chicago. That could be a really interesting game,
It's going
though.
to be cold for Jared Goff, too.
And January 4th, that last game of the season could probably, who knows, could decide the NFC North.
It's a flex game, so they might put that shit on Sunday night.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully that'd be must see. And then we both have us losing to Dallas week 2. So 1-1 to start.
Whoa. I didn't never say we was losing to Dallas.
I mean Detroit.
Oh yeah.
And then Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Dak Prescott in prime time slot, 325.
He got 2 number 1 receivers.
Pickens a head case. Him and Tyreek Stevenson, that's going to be a fight.
Oh, yeah. Tyreek don't get in his bean.
So
if he don't get in his own bean first, pause.
2 crash outs for each other. But I think this is a game that the Bears could steal. They need to steal because Dallas is not, the world beaters. They're a good team, but this is not a team we're looking at as to compete for a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They might Dallas Cowboys fans might look at it like that, but I think this is a team we should be able to beat.
Flus revenge game.
Oh, we should. Hey, Ben Johnson should cook Flus. Ben Johnson need to cook Flus. You're right about that matchup. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Caleb need to cook Flus too. Caleb need to let it go on his ass.
Oh yeah.
This is a game I expect the Bears to have a good offensive performance for, and they're coming to Soldier Field too. Last year when
Dallas is?
last year when
I have to go see that.
Oh yeah, last year when we were winning games earlier on in the season, they were at Soldier Field. We had a pretty good home record, so hopefully we can continue that. And yeah, Dallas, I think the Bears are the better team. I would take this Bears roster. I would take what the Bears got. Coaching staff too. The Dallas Cowboys coaching staff, it regressed. Mike McCarthy was a good, solid head coach. They hired the offensive coordinator. Didn't even go on with the head coach search. They just hired Buddy that was in the building. So give me the Bears in that one. I think this Raiders game, I right now I have us 2-1. You have us 2-1 too. I think this Raiders game could be a challenging game for us at Las Vegas.
Yeah, especially if you don't take it seriously.
It's a dangerous team, bro.
So yeah, if you go into that game 2-1, you feeling good about yourself. They're going to be a well-coached team. Got a veteran quarterback, obviously Ashton Genty now. So they're going to be a formidable opponent. Defensive line is really tough. So I think it'll be a slug match, but we'll win.
Okay. I have us lose. This is a game I have us losing.
Damn.
I have us losing to the Raiders.
Got the Raiders making the playoffs next year?
I do. I think the Raiders are going to be a good football team. Pete Carroll, Geno Smith.
What division they in, right?
I know. I have them making the playoffs over a team like the Chargers. That's a hot take. I'm freely brewing
It's hot as fuck, bro.
Brock Bowers, Geno Smith, Ashton Genty, a run game. Patrick Graham was a great defensive coordinator for them last year. Christian Wilkins is going to be back healthy. Mm-hmm. So Max Crosby, Kuntz, this defense has gotten better. So I like what the draft they had. So yeah, give me the Raiders in this game. This is one of those games we're going to lose. I feel like we'll have one of those games where it's just it goes either way. A toss
so we
up.
500 going into the bye.
2-2 going. It's an early bye too. I don't like early buys.
Nah, me neither.
And then Washington. I think we get our revenge. I think Caleb Williams outduels Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, that's a revenge game that's been circled multiple times. I mean, there's no reason why we shouldn't be balls to the wall October 13th.
Mm-hmm. I like us.
Monday night game as well.
I like us in this one a lot. And Caleb Williams, this is his game where he's like, I have arrived. I am exactly who y'all thought I was going to be, type of moment. And I think he outduels Jaden Daniels, and a 300-yard performance from him. The clutch performances we've seen. This is going to go down to the wire too. I think this is like one of those fourth quarter moments. He almost had it last game, but Matt Eberflus's incompetence. Tyreek Stevenson too, yelling at the fans while the play was going on. So give me the Bears in this game. The Saints, they don't have a quarterback right now. When you have 4 quarterbacks, you have no quarterbacks. What's the saying? When you have 5, you know what I mean? Derek Carr retired, so it's Tyler Schuff, the quarterback from Louisville. Mm-hmm. It's the quarterback Spencer Rattler, the other quarterback Jake something. He looked zesty in his photos. So
From Fresno State.
Yeah, the Bears should beat the Saints. This is a must-have game.
Yeah.
So right now, I had them losing to the Raiders and the Lions. I think I have them 5-2.
Yep.
I have them 5-2. Wait.
No, we should be 4-2 right now.
I have them 4-2. You have them 5-1. No, because you didn't have them losing. So 4-2, 5-1. Baltimore, this is a loss. This is a loss. This is a loss. And this is a 12 p.m. game, too. Lamar Jackson be cooking in this window.
Yeah.
So this is a loss. So 4-3 right now. You have them 5-2. 5-2, 4-3. Cincinnati, I think we win this game. I think we win this game off the backs of us having a better defense than the Bengals. Joe Burrow is going to put up numbers, but this Bears offense is going to put up numbers too. And right down the stretch, I see a Montez Sweat sack or an interception or a turnover down the stretch. Just having a better defense.
Have to win it.
Yeah. Because this game could be a shootout, but it comes down to which defense is the better defense and who's going to make the plays in the right moments.
And a team like this kind of exposes weaknesses. So, for example, they can score quick. What you need to counter that is a great run game.
Yeah.
Swift ain't no nigga you get a ball to in the 4-minute drill. I'm sorry.
Maybe Roshan, maybe Kyle Monungai.
Kyle, we can see what little man got to do. See what he can make shake.
I like us in this matchup, so you're gonna give us a loss.
Yeah, I just think Cincinnati has way too much firepower.
4, 5. You have us. We both have each other. We both have each
Now
team
we're matched,
5-3. New York Giants. We need to win this game. We need to win this game. Their defense is really good too.
Sack fumble in the end zone.
Okay. Remember that play he got clapped against Baltimore? He was running in the red zone. So yeah, this needs to be a Russ disaster ass class performance. But I think the Giants' defense is really good, so it's a good challenge for Caleb and our offense to see where we're at because they got dogs everywhere on the defense. Offensively, I don't think they have enough to compete with us.
Nope.
So, give me the Bears in that one, 6-3. Minnesota at Minnesota. You think we sweep Minnesota or we split with them?
No, I think we could easily sweep them considering Ben Johnson's track record against them. I'm confident in the coaching staff for the first time in a long time.
We have the better quarterback too.
And before the Flus era, we was always kicking the Vikings' ass. It was never an issue. It was always the Packers. And then obviously when Detroit got hot.
When we have a good football team, we usually take care of business against Minnesota. You're right.
Yeah, we usually have the scheme defensively to give them fits.
We have the best person to match up with Justin Jefferson. I don't think he locks him down completely, but Jalen Johnson.
Did last year.
He did, yeah. Jalen Johnson does a phenomenal job against Justin Jefferson, and now we have an aggressive defensive coordinator that's going to get after J.J. McCarthy. I like the Bears in this one too. So 6-3 now.
Yep, I'm calling a sweep of Minnesota.
Pittsburgh coming to Soldier Field and Rodgers. Rodgers.
Rodgers who? That nigga don't play for them.
They're saying he's going to be there with the Steelers, signing for them by mandatory minicamp.
That's a W if he playing.
Oh yeah, this is a different Bears team. I like the Bears to win this game, and this is one game you have to win too.
Yeah.
Because you got Philly the next week, so I think the Bears win this game. 7-3 now. Head into Philly on Black Friday. That's a loss.
Yeah.
But this is one of those games. Can you make it competitive, please?
Oh, yeah. I think it'll go down to the wire, and it'll be entertaining as fuck.
Yeah.
Will we win? It's going to be tough to say considering how dominant their defensive line is.
Jalen Carter.
That's going to be my biggest question mark.
We saw what Joe Tooney did against Jalen Carter, the Eagles defense last time.
I don't think.
Barbecue chicken.
They have probably the best front in the league.
But I think we can make this competitive, though, for sure.
Yeah.
So I like the Bears to make this competitive. I think the last time when we played the Eagles, Justin Fields was against the Eagles. He was cooking that defense. Justin Fields was getting loose on the ass.
I think that was 2 years ago. That was even before he was drafted.
I know. So, yeah. Give me the Bears to make it competitive. That's a loss. 7-4. Cleveland. Shador Sanders, is he in by then at this point?
We gonna skip over Green
Perfect
Bay?
timing. Oh, my fault. Green Bay at Lambeau Field. The Bears are 1-0 at Lambeau Field in 2025.
We should have swept them last year too. So I got us winning. I got us beating Green Bay.
Okay. And Lambeau Field, too, 12 o'clock. Jordan Love, we had the better quarterback. Ben Johnson was talking shit to Matt LaFleur, too. He said he was excited to play him twice now.
Yep.
Again. So I'm interested to see that matchup. And now when we have an offensive guru to match Matt LaFleur's ability to construct a great offense against us time in and time again, having the quarterback, too, Caleb Williams, to go against Jordan Love. The times we saw Caleb Williams against Jordan Love, I feel like he outplayed him both times. And now defensively, this is gonna be a matchup I want to see. I'm ready for this matchup now. As a Bears fan, I don't care if I'm gonna get.
We're not ducking no smoke.
No. We want all the smoke now that we got everything that we need. The tools defensively too. We're not gonna have no nuthead plays. Dennis Allen's gonna call a good game. So I like us to win this game. You said you would have us sweep them, no?
Green Bay, yeah. I think we sweep Green Bay and Minnesota.
Okay.
Split with Detroit.
Okay, I'm down with that too. I like that. So this schedule's looking up for us then. We win the North now right now with how it's looking.
Yeah, I think I have us winning the North. Unless Detroit just comes out with a Ben Johnson Jr. and
Yeah.
they just solidify that defensive line. Everybody's healthy and dominant.
Yeah, Hutchinson, I seen him in some workout videos. He looked like he wasn't trusting his leg.
Still early though.
Yeah. So I think we have 4 losses right now, if I'm looking at it right. You said you were losing to Cincinnati. Cincinnati, Baltimore, Detroit,
Philly.
and Philly. And I had us losing to the Raiders, all right, so we have 4 losses right now. We said we're going to sweep Green Bay. Cleveland, I think that's a dub.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who was at quarterback.
Nope.
I think that's a dub. We should have beat them with Flacco that last time with
That's
Justin
what I was
Fields.
gonna say. I hate that. That shit.
We need to get our lick back from that.
We could have snuck in the playoffs. Remember you was telling me
The
probabilities.
mathematics of probably a 1% chance, 1.6% chance, or something crazy. So we have 4 losses. San Francisco, December 28th. That's going to be interesting. We saw what Kyle Shanahan did to our team. They weren't healthy either. That was a cheek clapping.
Yeah, that was very bad.
It showed you.
Got bad immediately.
It showed you what a good coaching staff will do to a coaching staff that's fighting competing for the job next year.
Yeah, that was bad. I think we win this game. I think San Francisco's going the wrong way.
I do too. I think their window's past them. They're getting older. I think they should have in getting Brock Purdy a contract. I really didn't. Not that I didn't like it. I don't think they're going to win anything within that contract.
No,
it was a move they had to make.
Handicaps them.
Yeah.
It handcuffs them for like, what are they going to do with the rest of their team? You know what I'm saying? With some of these guys. Especially depending on Christian McCaffrey's health, Brandon Ayuk's health. Trent Williams is only getting older, so we'll see what they come out with. But I'm not fearing them personnel-wise like I was 2 years ago.
Me either. This is a game that I think we could win. So I give us the dub in that one. You gave us the dub too. And then Detroit, Week 18, to settle for the division, I think.
You think so? What do you think their record is going into the Week 17?
Let's see. Because right now, we would be 12-4, I think, heading into that game. When we get Zach Pearson on again, he's going to be like, I see us as 9-8.
Let's see what his prediction is.
But yeah, they got Baltimore. They got their first couple games is tough. They got Green Bay, Chicago, Baltimore, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Kansas City, Tampa Bay. So that first game before their Week 8 bye, so like the first 7 games is tough. The only real dub is Cleveland. Kansas City, I think they'll lose. Tampa Bay could beat them. Then they have Minnesota, Washington, Philadelphia. Damn, that's a tough stretch. You see that? Look, Cincinnati, Kansas City, Tampa Bay, Minnesota, Washington, Philadelphia. The Rams, on that schedule too.
So they got a tough schedule too. I'm sure the whole NFC North has a tough one.
Oh yeah, their shit looks cooked.
Like who's the top? Who's got a tougher schedule than us?
The Giants. You want to see what theirs is?
Damn,
You want to see what the Giants' schedule
they
is?
trying to get them coaches fired.
Washington, Dallas, Kansas City, Chargers, Philly, Denver, Philly again, San Francisco, Bears, New England too. New England's no slouch. They got better.
Everybody's getting better next year.
They got Washington, Minnesota, Raiders. Yeah, their schedule was voted the worst in the NFL in the last 6 years too.
Damn.
So with the Bears game, Week 18, you got the Bears winning that game in Soldier Field,
Yeah.
taking care of business. Hopefully, we have our starters rest in that game. Ideally,
Yeah, that's why I asked the Detroit record.
maybe yeah. So right now, 13-4, 12-5, depending on where Detroit is. That's where we're going right now with this schedule, and I think that's the perfect year. Ben Johnson's going to win Coach of the Year after winning Assistant Coach of the Year last year. But I would want him to get an extension done with Keenan Allen. I would want him to stay with the Chicago Bears for maybe 2 or 3 more years because he's coming off his best season last year with the Chargers.